Hello, this is a Bronze 3 Torbjourn review,
No
and the
mistakes.
post on this one mentions they just wanted
Ready
tips
for
on
battle.
playing Torbjourn,
Approaching a
where to
safe
put the
velocity.
turret, and what to do versus Pharah. So we'll
The
go over all
answers
those.
lie beyond our stars.
Torb on attack's tricky because you're not mobile,
5,
really,
4,
and you don't have a reliable long-range weapon.
1.
So those are two things that are difficult,
Defend objective A.
but we're coming out.
The fight is imminent.
Okay, and I think you accidentally broke your own turret there. But the rules on turret, since you used it the first time, is if you destroy it when it's not taking damage, or if you replace it when it's not taking damage, the cooldown's 5 seconds. So you can place safe turrets all day long, really, like here, and if someone pushes into you, then you can be here and you have a crossfire with your turret. So you can do that. If it gets destroyed, or if you destroy it while it's taking damage, it just gives you a really harsh, I think it's like 13 seconds. It's somewhere around there. So those are the rules. So you destroyed it when it wasn't taking damage instantly. You just destroyed it by accident, so it's back in 5 seconds. And I do want to say it's okay to just try and settle your aim. It can be tough to try and keep up when you're shooting that fast. So if you need to specifically pick a target, see which way they're going, process it, and then shoot, just let your aim settle. Because you were caught, see those shots in the wall, that's just you holding left click and not really keeping up with the rate of fire. So it's okay to just be a little calmer there. But just break the shield. And I was going to say there, it's your choice if you want to throw another kind of safe turret that you can replace after 5 seconds, or if you just want to, when everyone's going in, just dump it. And you can just dump it in an aggressive spot. And then they have to choose you with a turret. Obviously, if you do that super early, you're just feeding them the turret. But if you're pushing in, then it's an all-in situation. Then you might as well just toss it aggressively. Sometimes that feels weird, but on attack Torb, that's what you got to do. But just live here. Yeah, and it's okay to place another just safe turret, like here or something. And that way, if someone like a Juno pushes into you, then you've got the help from the turret. And the turret doesn't miss, so it's the best shot in the bronze server. So if Pharah, which is going to come, be an issue later from your post, or Juno comes in, then at least you're doing chip damage, and then you really only need to hit 1 or 2 shots with the turret helping you. So that's why you gotta place a bunch of safe turrets while you're walking, because of that 5-second cooldown I mentioned.
Moving into position on the objective.
And the fight's completely broken out at this point. You might as well toss this turret somewhere. Even if it gets destroyed, just use the turret. See, that's the type of aim we want, where it's you're locked on, you're smooth.
I got the objective. Still got it.
Objective A captured.
Alright, good stuff.
Escort the payload.
And that's a good turret. That's a good example. Might as well. We got the 5-second cooldown as long as no one destroys it. So. You don't need to be going super aggressive into this Valkyrie. Unless you see a good reason to. You can just wait 10 seconds. Oh yeah, that Mercy's just flying around, so... I mean, that's why you put the turret down, stuff like that. I guess the turret didn't see her, or she flew having to fly on this side, but that's where the turret can kind of help. If someone comes into you, then the turret's got you, but she just flew the way she is, she got in a really sneaky spot. And Mercy's the hitbox on her pistol bullets is just insane. So that's just an Overwatchy thing. Play safer if they have ults, unless you have a reason to go aggressive. But
They're hurting my turret!
good pick though. Yeah, and that's what I mean about just settling your aim. Like, these shots are tough. You just gotta, especially shooting up, like if someone's here and you can only see their head, those pinpoint shots are just really hard to hit as Torbjourn. Because if you're defensive Torbjourn, you can just spam the corner on people that are coming out. But offensive Torbjourn, you gotta try and hit these pixel shots, and it's just hard, which is why I usually don't go Torb on attack, but yeah, and that's just rough. They ult you again. The turret was at least helping that fight, but it was because I think the Pharah was up on that thing because the turret did a little chip damage to her, because it was in a good spot. But yeah, that Sigma shield's also tough. And I really like this because if everyone's here, things like Pharah, Mercy, Sigma, they can all just focus on this one spot and spam it. But if you can ever find a safe way to swing out and get like almost a side shot on these people, then that opens things up. So this is a really good play. You still will have trouble hitting the Pharah, but it's just a good play in general. Yeah, and I was gonna say you can do the same thing you did here, from here, and then when everyone yells their ultimate line, you're just nope. put down a defensive turret. If they want to push into you, fine. That puts them at a disadvantage. If not, you just wait out their ultimates, and that's what I'm talking about. Just people getting caught in a choke and getting ulted over and over again is why positioning's important. It's okay, you're invincible in spawn, so you can at least fix the max or force the back. And now that they're running away, you can cut them off with the ult. That's a good way to use ult. Obviously, on defense, it's to break up their team or stop them from coming in. On attack, sometimes if someone comes in too deep, you're kind of locking them in. Is kind of how you can use it. So I think it'd be a good time to ult. And same thing, if they're here, they might give you this. And this is a little more dangerous, but you have overload that gives you armor. So if every single person were to turn on you as soon as you shoot someone, then you can use that and back up. But things like this are what break you out of choke points. These mini sort of, they're not full flanks, and Torbjourn is not a flanker because he has no way to get out. But these are basically just really low risk mini flanks, I guess you call them. So if you want to go for that, that's good too. Yeah, at some point you just need to use your ult. The same way I was telling you, you can use safe turrets, you just gotta use your ult. Because you're gonna get lapped at this point where you're getting hit by people's second ults.
Falling apart.
A Lindholm never gives up!
Justice reigns from above.
Now it's going to get interesting!
Yeah, and that turret's just a little too aggressive because they can instantly poke it. So, I mean, it's a little safer if you just make it so they can't. You can just place it here, and then that way if Farah comes up, she gets shot by the turret. Or just, you can, in this particular case, just force them out and maybe toss it here. But that was just feeding them the turret. Usually you've had the opposite problem, but that time you just fed them the turret, and now it's on the 13-second cooldown for being broken. See, if you can get the Juno, you got good shots. Yeah, and the shotgun is hard to hit because it's a faster projectile and it's a shotgun. So honestly, you can, unless someone's literally 2 feet away, I'm just gonna. Someone might disagree, but I'm just gonna recommend you only go for the regular left clicks, unless someone's literally in your face and. Like, this is the range, but you were going for them a little further away before in this game, so. And we're just gonna use that ult, use the ult, use the ult, use the ult. Like, May's gotta get out of that ice block, right? That's her abilities. Just dump it. Just dump it. May's, you're at the very least you're gonna get May low, and that one pick is good enough to break a spawn camp. Use the ult, use the ult, use the ult.
EMP activated. Sterben nicht.
Oh, that's kind of rough. But yeah, it's not even the Pharah wrecking you. It's more just the Mei and the Sigma. Just because you're not using the ult, and sometimes your positioning has been, you have a tendency to kind of run out into the street, and that gets you killed versus things like Mei and a Sigma, so.
Back down! Not attack!
Alright, get him low, break the barrier. Like, walk up here. Almost all, this is another Overwatch general thing. Almost all spawn rooms have a way to prevent you from being camped. So this is the play. You've got a good shot on Pharah. She's not shooting down at you. If you clear out the Pharah, then you can shoot down on the Sigma. You don't even have to drop, by the way, because I had a feeling from seeing your gameplay you would want to drop. But you can just shoot down at them, use your ult. You have a nice vantage point to ult everything. And that can sort of break the spawn camp too. So you just got to remember every spawn room usually has 3 exits to stop this from happening. Use your overload for the armor.
Our numbers are looking so Victor.
But yeah, they're gonna break it. That's rough, and that's kind of why Torbjourn's also can be a bad pick, because sometimes if you're stuck in spawn, people even go Widow. If you probably don't have a great Widow, but I mean, if people are literally just looking at your spawn room door standing here, it's like, why not go Ashe or Widow or someone that can, or Junkrat, just something. You can have any character you want to try and get a pick, so. And it's not like you are afraid of losing your ult because you haven't used it, but we'll go to defense. This is where I play Torbjourn competitive on this map. It's a pretty good map for him. And we'll talk about defense, because offense, the general rule for the turrets was just place them safe in case someone pushes into you, and then when you're basically all in attacking, you just throw it on the ground forward. Defense is a little different, so we'll see what you do. You can do sneaky things like sometimes I'll put the turret here, that way it's not really getting broken, but if like an Echo or a Pharah or a Sombra or any mobile tank were to come here, then they're taking double damage from the turret and me. Things like that. Or maybe you can be up here and have your turret shoot down, or just usually I'll put it here. And it's sort of covering you. You can think of it like a half-strength teammate that's covering your back. That That way, when they jump into you, they have to deal with both of you. And you put it in the safer spot because if you're here and the turret's here, they'll obviously just clear the turret first. So the turret's in the safer spot. On defense, especially, you don't have to chuck it at them like you do on attack.
Show them what you've got.
Good. I'll use it the next time Sojourn gives me
Yeah,
trouble.
so you did put it on the Overwatch spot. The only problem with that is the turret doesn't move, so they can just boop, boop, boop with Soldier or basically anyone that doesn't have severe damage fall off, and they'll just take 0 risk and clear your turret and then go. So, hope that helps. Whoa, 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 mister, you get out of the street, get out of the street. Okay, we won't talk about that, but this whole map is full of great places to... Because think, if you're here and you get shot and you get low, you just, I don't want to fight anymore, bye. And then you get healed. Same thing here, you get shot, I don't want to get hurt, I don't want to get hurt, you just leave. And you basically get to offer up 3 different fights to people where you're here, then you fall back, here, then you fall back, and then you can fall back even more. And so you're basically just fighting when you want to. That was just giving them the game, really.
A Lindholm never gives up.
But see if you can get a pick, but don't run into this. If your diva goes, then you can push up a little more, but don't just throw yourself at 4 people just because you hear ticking. Yeah, your diva's holding, just... Yeah, that's rough. I mean, it's just the fact there were 4 people. This isn't a terrible idea. If your diva was in and your DPS were in and everyone was running around in a frantic frenzy on the point and then you did this, it would be fine. The only problem is it was just 4v1, so they had nothing to do but see you and run at you. That's the only issue.
Objective lost. Stop the payload.
So we're gonna get one more fight. Let's see if we can clutch it.
Get them away from the
Make her
Its
proud.
destination.
And you've got to get in there because if not, I'd say like take the staircase. You can put up a safe turret here, or that way if the Pharah comes in, you and the turret are shooting up at her, stuff like that. But the payload's about to get capped, so you just need to run. Well, that was your team just dying. The bigger issue was you didn't break the spawn camp, your positioning just gave them a few free fights when they're ulting or it's multiple people. So yeah, it's a positioning issue. You never used your ult. Those are the best bang for the buck tips. On bronze, there's always going to be tons of stuff, but that's the most, I guess, bang for the buck advice, so good luck.